By the way, your career may not be spared when you begin grappling with the trap of debt. The absent-mindedness that I mentioned in previous episodes definitely begins to affect one's productivity at the workplace. Some people at that point have borrowed from all colleagues, and this may easily disorient them, especially when they're facing difficulties repaying the monies that they have borrowed. Those that handle cash sometimes have a rough time. I feel for them. Some of them get tempted to steal from the employer or to use the employer's money in the hope that they will have returned by the time the employer wants to use the money. Take an example of those who handle petty cash. When you handle petty cash and you are facing those financial challenges, some voices begin to whisper to you, just use this money. By the time the money is needed in 2 weeks' time, you will have returned. And you disregard every other thing, and the voices begin to sound so sweet. And you look at 2 weeks, and the 2 weeks look like an eternity. And you use that money to calm down your landlord or any other person that you owe. Shock on you. The money will be needed before 2 weeks lapse, or 2 weeks will lapse and you haven't gotten the money to return. You will be so lucky to retain your job. When trapped in debt, furthering your studies becomes a mirage. Remember, you are worse than broke. And so if growth in your career depends on your skills and level of education, your bet is as good as mine that you will likely stagnate. Many people today cannot even think of looking for greener pastures because they are heavily indebted to their employer. They have borrowed heavily from where they work. They wake up every morning going to work because they are servicing debt. No other motivation. Sometimes when you're trapped in debt, you even borrow from your seniors, casting a dark shadow on your reputation. Now, even those that are in business, their business career is threatened. When you're struggling financially, you may not be able to meet customer expectations, and this begins to affect your business. I could go on and on. You can do better. Be cautious. Be sure to subscribe. And this is By the Way.